Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are joining us from around the world, and welcome back to the tech stage for the 2021 APAC Summit. A reminder before our fantastic next session, which is that if you have got any questions for this session that you'd like me to ask Russell, please pop them in the questions tab on the right-hand side of your screen. So up next, we have joining us the Director of Business Development from Digital Nirvana, Russell Vijayan. Russell is going to be talking us through enhancing sport media production utilizing MetadataIQ. Russell, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you everyone for joining. And thank you, Sports Pro, for creating this platform for such a discussion. My name is Russell Vijayan, and my role at Digital Nirvana as the Director of Business Development is to focus on tools and technologies backed by machine learning and artificial intelligence to provide a complete solution to media organizations that would create efficient and effective workflows. So today we will be looking at one such solution, the MetadataIQ from Digital Nirvana. So let me give you a brief overview of Digital Nirvana. Digital Nirvana was founded in the year 1996, and we recently celebrated our 25th year in business, and we are headquartered based out of San Francisco, and we have multiple offices across the globe. We have 750 employees operating out of these global locations. And over this past 25 years, especially in the past 15 years, we have been working along with the different technology partners on the AI, machine learning technologies, which have or is creating a deeper impact in terms of scalability, content generation, faster content generation, or increasing the value of the content being generated. All of that being possible with this, and we are also been part of that for the past 15 years or so now. And with that, let me just give you a brief overview of where we are in terms of media industry or media spectrum. So in the broadcast chain or media industry chain, we have different products. We contribute into content acquisition and distribution and post-production. So it's an entire supply chain in the media pipeline. We have different products that play, out of which we are going to focus today on a product called MetadataIQ and Media Services IQ. So why Media Services IQ? I will tell you on the next slide. So here is the whole list of our products from Digital Nirvana. We have Trans, we have MetadataIQ, we have MonitorIQ, and Caption Quality Assessment. All of our products has a deeper connection to Media Services IQ, which is the capability layer, what you can call it as an operating layer, which has all the machine learning elements like speech to text, video intelligence metadata, or conformance metadata, any type of, or even classification, and even combining different types of metadata and create meaningful insights out of that. All of these products can be integrated with Media Services IQ either for one specific use or create generation of metadata, or can be combined, or it can be used for various different purposes where you can take the metadata and ingest it back into a different recommendation engine or content management system. With that as a brief overview, let me show you what MetadataIQ is all about. So MetadataIQ primarily is an application that sits along with an Avid installation. So today we will be focusing mostly on the Avid integration. If you're a user of Avid PAM or Avid MAM, what MetadataIQ does is it's an application that sits on-prem, like you see in the diagram. It sits on-prem, connect to your Avid, and all the user needs to do is check in a media asset and mark it for different processes, whether it needs speech to text, or it needs video intelligence metadata, say for example logo, or on-screen text extraction, or identify explicit content automatically. So all of this can be automatically done right from your Avid installation or production asset management system itself. You check in an asset, you mark into a specific hot folder or watch folder. Metadata will automatically, or MetadataIQ will automatically extract that file, transcode it on-prem. If it's for speech to text, it will just extract the audio out. If it's for video intelligence, it will take a low-res video file proxy out of the system and then sends it to our cloud media services IQ, where you can, like I mentioned in the previous slide, you have a whole suite of microservices that's available for you, and you can generate the metadata. Now, once the metadata is generated, the system automatically ingests back into the Avid system along with the asset. So when at the end of the day, the user goes in and does a search, and it's all time coded. It can be time coded word by word, or it can be create markers every second or every minute, and it's all customizable. You can create different markers for video intelligence metadata and speech to text metadata, so that you have different type variation or identification points. So when the editor goes in and types in a search key, he can easily bring up the content, identify the content faster, and start moving on with editing. With that, I'll take you through a promo video that we have created for you, which will give you a brief idea about MetadataIQ, and then we will come back and discuss about certain use cases.
Digital Nirvana is a knowledge management software company that empowers media professionals to create better content faster while extracting intelligent insights from media assets. MetadataIQ applies AI and ML to Avid workflows to extract, create, and enrich metadata to increase the speed and quality of content creation. MetadataIQ provides off-the-shelf integration with Avid Interplay for media extraction and insertion of speech-to-text and video intelligence metadata as markers within Avid, and which can be accessed via the Avid Media Central environment. Generating streaming transcripts of growing media is a powerful use case with many applications and is easily accomplished using MetadataIQ. Operators can ingest different types of metadata such as speech-to-text, facial recognition, OCR, logos, and objects, each with customizable marker durations and color codes for easy identification of metadata type. 100% automated, MetadataIQ does not require users to create low-res proxies or manually import files into Avid Media Central. In addition, it intelligently extracts audio files to generate speech-to-text transcripts. MetadataIQ can automatically submit media files to Digital Nirvana's transcription and caption service to receive the highest quality human-curated output. It also integrates directly with Digital Nirvana's Trans product to generate transcripts, captions, and translations by in-house staff and publishes files in all industry-supported formats. Unlock the power of AI with our adaptive technology, which embraces future industry standards, and our open API architecture seamlessly integrates with existing enterprise workflows. MetadataIQ is backed by Digital Nirvana's worldwide support team, ensuring customers receive 24/7 assistance with any technical or operational concerns. To learn more about MetadataIQ or to schedule a one-on-one demo, visit our website, www.digital-nirvana.com.
So let me now move on to some of the interesting use cases that we have seen in different platforms. Recently we have come across this challenge where this organization, one of the largest networks, they have news, sportscast, and they have 60 channels coming in, different news feeds, and they have been trying to do it manually, log each file. What we have found is we can take a media asset from Avid and then create speech-to-text metadata or video intelligence metadata in real time. In this case, real-time transcription, and ingest as streaming, marker by marker by marker. We can ingest this back into Avid and integrate it with Avid Interplay along with the assets, so that loggers can, or editors of content creators can find search content in real time, right? So that's one of the use cases of real-time transcription. And we also have file-based transcription in addition to that. So if you look at video metadata generation, you can submit a file. Again, there's no separate low-res proxy creation or any of that. All the user is going to do is check in a file into the marker and say, hey, I need logo detection. Or in this case, you can opt for a host of different video intelligence metrics, or you can do a specifics like logo detection, like OCR, or like label detection, object detection, activity detection, emotion detection, all of that. So in terms of sports, you can identify logos for sales team to identify the total presence of any sponsors, total video presence for any sponsors. All of that comes into picture, right? So we have also seen use cases like being able to replace or product placement, additional placement when it comes to when the actual show is converted into VOD or game converted to a VOD asset. You want to do brand replacement or brand placement, all of that. So basically it makes your video as readable as possible so that you can repurpose the content and make it also valuable for future, because now your archive library is readable. Like you saw in the video, this can also be integrated into our workflow called Trans, and then you can create a totally different workflow from it, where all you need to do is check in a video asset into a hot folder in your Avid system, and then you can automatically get that speech-to-text generated in a transcription window, like you see on the screen, where if you have in-house teams, you can do the transcription. You can generate captions, and you can also generate translations. If you are generating captions or subtitles for your video assets, you can generate captions. So it's a whole set of automatic workflow that you can create from a combination of MetadataIQ, Media Service IQ, and Trans. So this can be done as a service, automatic service, where you can go in and curate, or it can be done as a complete done for you service by Digital Nirvana, where we curate it for you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Russell. A few questions, actually. So in what work settings with a media organization would this product be used?
So there are multiple areas. I'll try to give some specific examples. One, like I mentioned, there's a raw camera feeds that is coming in specifically for news and sports organizations, and creating content based out of that, creating whether it's highlight reels or promo clips. So in this case, when you have video intelligence metadata and speech to text in it, editors is a group of people who will find it easier to go search and create a highlight reel or a promo video much faster. We have also seen use cases from script generators or the scripting team, where for certain reality shows, on-street interviews, fan interviews, where speech to text helps with kind of script generation process as well. And when it comes to post-production team, the post-production team can submit files directly from their existing workflow to Digital Nirvana to generate transcripts or closed captions or subtitles or even text localization, and receive the sidecar file, which can be published anywhere, or they can ingest it back as a marker in Avid itself. And if the post-production team includes their in-house captioners, there is facility for that. Then logo detection, like I mentioned in the presentation, logos will help the sales team to go and talk to their sponsors about the total airtime and VOD brand replacement. These are certain things that we have seen in the past using this application.
Great. You mentioned the production side of things with the editors and the producers. So how is MetadataIQ faster, and how does it actually help in producing the content faster for editors?
So what it does is it makes the video completely readable. So imagine you have a text in a Word document and you want to make edits. You just see Control F and you make edits, right? Imagine your video is like that. So what it does is it facilitates faster movement, taking the media asset from a PAM directly, no manual involvement, generate a time indexed metadata, enabling and now enable the use of search functionality. And editors can go directly to that point in the video, mark in, mark out from their existing PAM itself, create relevant clips, and then export it as a complete video. And we have seen, we have experience where the task, which was taking 15 hours to create that montage clip, now we're using the solution, they have claimed that they were able to do it in 2 hours. So that's a huge reduction of effort, right? So.
Fantastic. Russell, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for today. But thank you so much for the presentation and for us answering those questions at the end.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.